Hello, lacrosse fans, and welcome to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena as we wrap up Week 5 in the Arena Lacrosse League with the first of two games featuring the Toronto Monarchs up against the St. Catharines ShockWave. I'm Nicholas Fiore working alongside Lance Wynn. Let's get to the starting goalies for the visitors from Toronto, number 31, Bailey Brown, and for St. Catharines, number 93, Austin Patty. Head coaches for the Monarchs, Sean Gillies is the head coach. He's joined by Bobby DeBroni, Nick Krepensek, and Justin Kirby Wilson. For the ShockWave in his fifth season, it's Ron Mauser-Henry. He's assisted by Clancy Almas and Dale Henry. Officials for today's game, Kyle Coulter is the crew chief, joined by Joel Furman and Avery Einboda. We are underway in this one, and a quick chance early for the Monarchs, taken by the ShockWave as they look for an outstretched pass. And now an odd-man rush coming in with number 27 with a quick shot, scores! An early start coming in from the ShockWave, and it's Caironi Costello who put the ball in the back of the net, Lance.
And a bit of a surprise. I mean, Costello not known as a goal scorer, but a very good transition player. Took advantage there. I know we had a chance to speak with these coaches prior to the game, and of course, Coach Gillies was talking about picking up the tempo, up-tempo, attacking, and that's exactly what we saw there.
And that's an early start for the ShockWave. Seconds into this one, with the Monarchs now receiving the ball. It's Nakamura with it in the neutral zone. Quick shifts, as we know in lacrosse, in and out from one side of one bench to the next, and the Monarchs have control of it with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Nakamura looking to make a move. Now he passes that one back to Piper. Back to Nakamura. Nakamura plays that one across. It's taken, though, right away. And it looks like the ShockWave control possession, and back up the floor they come.
And that's one of the things about Nakamura, of course, his first year in the league. And he's a bit of a development project, meaning he's gotten better from the first game he's played till here, Week 5. And slowly but slowly, Coach Gillies has been relying on him more and more. And I apologize, it's Ron Mauser-Henry that was talking about the transition game and not Coach Gillies. So just to clarify that, Nick.
Opportunity coming here for the ShockWave. Whistle blown. Looks like they're going to reset and start with the ball in the neutral zone.
Well, we've got an illegal cross-check call, so it looks like
power play coming up.
The ShockWave will go on their first power play.
Power play coming up now to the ShockWave as they look to set something up here in the offensive zone. Quick shot released and a good save by the Monarchs netminder in Bailey Brown. A chance maybe coming on the penalty kill, shorthanded for the Monarchs. It's an odd man rush with the ball on the far side, not to the near side of Walker. Walker shoots, and that one is wide and picked up by the ShockWave as they look to prance up the floor. Whistle blown. And a stoppage in the action here.
You look at this power play for the ShockWave, and they come in with an efficiency rate of 30%, Nick, and that's something that Coach Ron Henry wanted to improve on. Now he's got his big guns out there, and Chris Atwood, who will run the top. Cody Ward over on that right shooter spot. Big Wayne Hill now is going to fill in the left shooter spot and see if they can't get a little something going here.
That shot came in that time from number 14, Cody Ward. Hill's there. Quick shot then from the point with Atwood, and that's wide. And now down the floor they come. Whistle blown, and the Monarchs take a quick release there, as you can see how fast this game is already from the get-go.
Fastest game on 2 feet, Nick, and you'll see transition in full effect here with both these two teams as they do a good job running. Now, Toronto, of course, coming up, just played last night, so they are certainly warm and ready to go.
Always the big man, Wayne Hill, there on the power play. Quick shot. That came in from Bomberry, and it's a good save, and now a chance coming the other way for the Monarchs. 1-on-2 up the floor. Good defensive play as Dunkerley had that in his possession. He'll just drop that off to Piper. And now the line change ongoing for this Toronto team. Morgan just maintains possession of with 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Now that's Will Sheehan wearing Morgan's shirt, so that you know Will Sheehan an integral part of this Toronto offense, as is Jordan Dance, who took that shot
The leading scorer for the Toronto Monarchs this year, Will Sheehan, 27 points so far this season.
Yeah, he has been a mainstay. Now, Jordan Dance is their normally their leading scorer, but he's only played 4 games. So he had a good game yesterday with 5 goals, and you can see he'll be looking to pick up where he left off today.
Toronto Monarchs defeated by the Oshawa Outlaws yesterday, 15-12. But clearly, Sheehan and Dance, the two main catalysts probably for this Toronto Monarchs team. Up now with the ShockWave as they look to get another one here on the board. They started early. Quick release. It's a bounce shot. That's wide and looking to pick that one up. But it's going to be an over and back, but it's going to be played right away in the Monarchs here. And a breakaway shot comes in. And a good save by the netminder there. Austin Patty standing tall between the sticks. Another chance here for the Monarchs. A quick release and Patty. Another shot save over top of the goal. What a chance for the Monarchs. And Patty had to make almost a triple save on that opportunity for the Monarchs. Piper steals. He has a lane to release. He's going to shoot. That goes over top of the goal. Picked up again and shot wide of the mark. Oh, my goodness. The Monarchs with chances galore.
Lots of chances. Not able to finish, though. And in this game, you'll see, Nick, it's all about taking advantage of the opportunities. And that's definitely an over and back call. It's where you leave, not where you land. And I tell you, standing tall early on, Austin Patty getting it done.
Denton Miller now controls as the ShockWave then heel. Miller will drop that one off to Bomberry. Bomberry, he drops it off. Quick shot coming in. Rebound there as Bomberry looked for the rebound in the slot. Could not get that one.
Bailey Brown, the netminder for Toronto, played last night in last night's game, half the game. He's got a 2-1 record with a 13.10 goals against. So he certainly is going to be called upon here to keep his team in the game. Will
Sheehan, he has it now. Sheehan now looks to maneuver something. He goes across, good passing here, shot comes in. And a good save by Patty, but the passing was sublime that time from the Monarchs, moving the ball from side to side.
And that late hit is the reason why possession's going to stay right here as you see Jordan Dance off the post.
Another quick shot. That came in from the Monarchs, but it was wide of the mark. And now a chance for the ShockWave. A mini breakaway develops. Shot comes in, and a good save by Brown again, as it looks like it's a goaltending duel here to start this game.
Well, that was Brooker Muir, too, one of the best transition guys here in the Arena Lacrosse League. And Brooker, of course, I wouldn't call him an established goal scorer, but Brooker does a lot of the little things that matter, including the toughness plays, and he can play both ends of the carpet.
Loose ball there on the far corner, picked up by the ShockWave's Martin. And Martin now will plays it up. And a chance for the ShockWave coming in off the iron. What a shot. Dings off the post for the St. Catharines ShockWave. Picked up now once again by Miller. Then Miller plays it across. ShockWave looking lively, looking to move this ball around. A quick release. It's a fake, actually, and now still held on by the ShockWave as Miller then possesses that one and a quick shot. And saved by Patty again. That came in from Chris Atwood on the far side.
Well, that bodes well confidence-wise for Chris Atwood. He is a sniper. He shoots from anywhere on that floor. So as a goaltender, you've got to be ready at all times.
The Monarchs prancing up the carpet here, trying to get something going in the offensive zone. Piper will just calm the troops down, looking for the line changes to be complete. They are. And now the Monarchs moving from side to side. Quick release. It was a bounce shot, out wide, and then picked up by Heidecker at the point. The number 9 tries to wiggle his way. Quick shot. Saved by Patty again. A reactional save there. And the loose ball is picked up by Luca Romano. And Romano now looks to come up the floor with it. Romano drops it off. Romano wants to return feed. It was there, but too high. But still picked up in a shot. Saved by the goaltender there, Bailey Brown, coming in from Lucas Beaver.
Well, you got to keep an eye on Lucas Beaver. He is crafty. He's got great stick skills, can shoot the ball from anywhere, and he's got great moves.
The leading scorer for the ShockWave this season thus far with 21 points is Lucas Beaver. Quick shot coming in and another save. Crease violation, if I'm not mistaken, and another save there from Austin Patty.
And that'll take us to our first official's timeout.
Alterna Savings and the ALL are excited to promote the second annual National Lacrosse League Alterna Cup competition this season. Canadian teams are competing in head-to-head matches to be to capture the cup and be crowned the Canadian champions of the NLL. Check out NLL.com and Alterna.ca to learn more.
So, Nick, we've had numerous discussions about some of the similarities between hockey and lacrosse and basketball and lacrosse as well, and they kind of intersect both ways. And you, of course, very familiar with hockey and having done hockey, do you see the same kind of speed and tempo in hockey that you see here?
A lot of my hockey colleagues have asked me this because they obviously saw that I'm doing lacrosse now here and there. And I've told them that lacrosse is faster than hockey. And I truly do believe it. It's just the ball changes is crazy. They're back, it's end-to-end, back and forth, and you don't know. Like, you blink, and the other team's going to have the ball. The puck, yeah, I guess you could say the same thing, but it's just not as fast in my opinion. Quick shot there coming in. And another save by Patty. That came in from the Monarchs, number 14, Dallas Brittle.
Well, Bridle is really known as a transition player, but with the Monarchs being short, they've got at least 5 scratches from their lineup. That's why you'll see Aaron Walker out there playing both offense and defense, and Danton Miller getting it going.
There it is, and Danton Miller came in that time with a snipe to double the ShockWave's tally, almost shocking the Monarchs with that shot coming in.
And Danton Miller is a goal scorer. That's what he does, and good to see him sort of get on track. He's more of a guy who will thrive in that 5-man setting on the offensive set more so than being able to beat a guy and create his own shot. So give him credit there, finishing like he should.
Nakamura and Mir are there in the center circle. And that ball and possession is going to be awarded to the Toronto Monarchs. 6.5 left to play in the first quarter. 2-0 for the ShockWave. Nakamura now goes down low. The Monarchs are looking for their first of this contest. Sheehan goes across. And now the Monarchs are looking to wiggle their way in. And that was, of course, Jordan Dance trying to dance his way in, but it's stolen. It's a breakaway now for St. Catharines up the floor. They shoot. Scores! Number 44, Oakley Thomas, puts the ball between the wickets of Bailey Brown, and the ShockWave are up 3-0 here at the ILA.
So a good play there from Oakley Thomas. The big man light on his toes as he made his run, had a little bit of burst of speed there to create some room and his own breakaway. And, hey, guys know how to finish. And right now, Ron Henry and Clancy Almas, they've got their team rolling on all cylinders. We'll see if Toronto can kind of shake out the cobwebs from yesterday's game and get back on track here. And Pat Corbett, one of the leaders here, I'm sure will try to do that.
You know, you got to love some of the big men with that speed, and because as a big fellow big man myself, you know, you're not known for that speed, and you're not known to go up the floor, ice, court, whatever it is.
I know lots of big guys. The endurance may not be there, but they are light on their feet, I tell you.
And that's exactly what Oakley Thomas did. Light on his feet for that goal. Another quick shot, and it looks like it's all St. Catharines right now. They're really putting the pressure in with 5.5 left to play, but there could be a chance coming the other way. Kahn drops it off. Right on the shot. And another save by Patty, and Lance Patty's been on fire to start this one.
Well, you know what? We can definitely say that. 5:25 into the first. The issue, though, with this sport of lacrosse is that can change anywhere. So goals against average, not a stat that the goaltenders in this league should really be focusing on because it's usually around the double digits. So really, it's their save percentage and making the right saves at the right time that are big.
Meanwhile, in hockey, the goalies only look at the goals against average and the save percentage. But lacrosse, I mean, I did a game in the first weekend, and it was the most goals in ALL history with 43. I think Peter Owen 20 was 25 or 23-18. some crazy stat line to start the season. 25-18 for the Peterborough Timbermen against this very own St. Catharines ShockWave on Sunday, February 6th at 1 p.m. here at the ILA. So, these guys can score, and they can score at will sometimes.
And you'll see that, and no one's to say that record's going to hold up. Chance here for this for the Monarchs power play to go to work. They were awfully good in yesterday's game.
Sheehan there coming in with a shot, and that'll go all the way down the floor now with Isaac Vanderzalm, who looks to create, but a good little stick check there and a chance for the Monarchs to maybe counter the other way, and they have a power play opportunity. Can they take advantage of this man advantage?
Well, that's one of the things Pat Corbett brings to you. Just a little stick check here, knowing where to be, right place, right time, and having Will Sheehan at the top to allow Jordan Dance some freedom on that left side is going to open things up for Toronto.
Sheehan there tried to get something going offensively, and Jordan Dance steals it. There's an opportunity here. Corbett, Dance, Corbett now goes down low to Piper. Quick shot there, and that's a heck of a block in front of the net.
Well, Pfeiffer's got to take that shot. Instead of looking over to Big John Vesna to bail him out, Pfeiffer's got to try to bury that. Certainly had the angle and was inside the dotted half circle. You got to shoot the ball. That's what those dots are for.
Especially when you're in that area. I mean, it's so prime. It's like the hockey, right in the slot between the hash marks that you got to try to release. And a quick shot coming in that time, and that's taken. And a chance maybe shorthanded coming to the way. Oh, a heck of a defensive play, but then it's brought right back up the floor. St. Catharines on a breakaway, shorthanded, quick shot. Oh, it's a good save by Bailey Brown. Coming in that time was Alex Henry with a huge opportunity.
And Alex Henry, of course, a transition guy, but he can also score. Again, good speed and good defensive prowess. But I tell you, a lot of times it's those transition goals that change the momentum one way or the other here in a game like this.
15 seconds left in the penalty to the St. Catharines ShockWave. 3:15 left to play in the first quarter. The ShockWave are up 3. Monarchs now with a quick shot, scores! And it's Jordan Dance. Who else? Slots that right in the back of them with a great snipe from the high point. And it's a power play marker cutting the lead. It's 3-1 St. Catharines. Mamma mia, what a great shot from Jordan Dance.
Well, I tell you, Jordan Dance, their leading goal scorer. And when you talk about offense for Toronto, you can't not mention Jordan Dance. And that underhand was pinpoint, and usually all his shots are.
Face-off now back in the center circle, of course, with the Toronto Monarchs and the St. Catharines ShockWave with 3 minutes now approaching left to go in the first quarter. 3-1 St. Catharines. Up the floor they come in Costello. He'll drop it off to Bomberry. Bomberry now will try to get the troops regrouped here, and he will lay that one off to the high point, and Miller back to Bomberry. These two play pitch catch. Now Bomberry will go on the far side. A chance coming in here for the ShockWave as they look to get that one back right away. Backhand pass. Wasn't connecting that time. And now Toronto with an odd man rush, hopefully coming the other way, but it looks like it's going to be the lonesome Dunkerley as the boys from Toronto were changing.
And I think good decision by Dunkerley to pull that out, wait for the rest of the offense to set up. Gives your team the best chance.
The Monarchs now going to work offensively, looking to add a quick little sneak play. I gotta love, that's one thing, Lance, about this game. I love the behind the net jump and try to put it over the goalie's shoulder sneak play for goals. You don't see that in hockey unless you want to do a Michigan, but hey, that's where that goal is from, this sport.
You see the similarities, of course, and the crease dive, of course, developed a few years ago in the NLL by one John Tavares, who was the first to start it. And you see guys have used their creativity.
Quick shot coming in from Toronto again on the far side as it was a odd man rush, just couldn't execute that time as the Monarchs now are slowly trying to find some edge and trying to get back into this contest here. Obviously, like we know lacrosse, even if you're down 7 or 10, you still might have an opportunity. Depends how much time is left in that certain game, of course.
There's usually always enough time in this sport.
Sheehan now looks to drive on the near side. Quick release. And that's a good save there by the goaltender, Patty. Picked up. And now it's Romano on the near side. Luca Romano tries to get something going. He rubs off his man in Corbett neatly. Romano now tries to wheel and now will try to deal. He'll play his man on the near side in Henry.
Well, Luca Romano usually out there as a defensive specialist, but he's really come along over the last couple of games and definitely stepped up, had himself a few goals as well, and he's been instrumental for this team.
Kahn now moves that one forward for Toronto, picked up by Nakamura. Nakamura tries to get something going offensively for this Toronto team. It's taken by the ShockWave, and St. Catharines are looking up the floor with it. A good outlet pass, and that's in now with Van der Zalm. He'll drop it off. Quick shot coming in. Where's the ball? I think it's into the corner there with Van der Zalm as he picked it up. I thought it was a release on goal. Now back behind the net. You can see the goaltender, Billy Brown, trying to cover everything with his shoulders up into the crossbar area. And with 15 seconds left in the first quarter, a quick release coming the other way now with Walker for Toronto. Can they get the last opportunity? 15 seconds on the shot clock, 8 seconds left to go. Pfeiffer with it. He looks to play it down low. Right in the slot and couldn't connect that time was John Vesna. And at the end of the first quarter, it's St. Catharines 3, Toronto Monarchs 1, live from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Welcome back, everybody, to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for Arena Lacrosse League action. I'm Nicholas Fiore, play-by-play, joined by Lance Wynn, color commentator on the broadcast. Here at the Six Nations of the Grand River, with the St. Catharines ShockWave leading the Toronto Monarchs 3-1 in the opening quarter. And it was a quick start for St. Catharines, and they look to have another quick start to start this second quarter with the ball awarded to them and a quick pass down low, quick shot, and saved by the Monarchs netminder, Bailey Brown.
Good feed there. Atwood looking for Cody Ward down low. Just weren't able to beat Bailey Brown, who's sharp today. He started off well yesterday in yesterday's game, but wasn't able to finish, had a bit of a lull there, and unfortunately only played half the game. But
Jordan Dance that time looking to dance his way in, but it's picked up by Vesna, and he tried to have a nice little wraparound shot on the goaltender.
Well, I tell you, Toronto's going to need more from John Vesna. Right now he's dropping passes, doesn't seem to be as sharp as he usually is, and they're going to need to rely on him if they're going to want to generate some more offense.
Quick shot coming in that time from Danton Miller. Miller then will drop it off, and it goes all the way across. Quick shot, scores!
Cody Menzies.
And the ShockWave, Cody Menzies, puts that ball in, and it's a good goal right between the wickets of Bailey Brown, and the ShockWave extend the lead, restoring the 3-goal advantage. It's 4-1 just at the beginning of the second quarter with 13:41 remaining in it.
Well, of course, the coaching staff for the ShockWave got to be pleased first with the fact that they held this Toronto offense to just 1 goal in the first 15 minutes. That is a feat in itself. And then to be able to take advantage of a 5-on-5 situation, work your offense, and generate a goal from it bodes well for your team and what you're trying to accomplish as this game goes on. And looks like Chris Atwood is the guilty party, and he's going to find himself in the penalty box. Not quite sure what for, but I imagine talking had something to do with it.
I think the chirps were flying there for Mr. Atwood after that one went in the back of the net. So it's one of those things where, yeah, you're grateful you got another goal, but now you got to go on the penalty kill, and hopefully that goal doesn't come right back at you.
Well, that's where the discipline comes into play.
Shot, scores! And it's Mr. Dance dancing that ball in the back of the net, and it's another goal for him, his second of this one, and it's 4-2 St. Catharines. And Lance, you got to love it as a broadcaster, right on cue.
On cue is right. Well, Jordan Dance, he is their main offensive weapon, and when he gets some room, if you don't jump out on him and pressure him and allow him to shoot from the top of the dots, he's going to bury more than he's going to miss. And that was a prime example right there. 2 power plays, 2 goals for the Monarchs. Their efficiency on the power play is very impressive.
When you have a guy like Dance, especially at the point, trying to release that one on, there's opportunities for your team, that's for sure. as Dunkerley carries that one. He goes off drops it for Sheehan, and now Sheehan will play pitch catch on the far side as the Toronto Monarchs look to go to work here and try to cut this lead even further in the second quarter. Played down low, couldn't get that one in. The stick was Mitch Zulian. He'll pick it right back up, though. That shot is blocked, and it's going to cross the halfway line. A shot clock violation and possession right away with St. Catharines, and you can see how fast it is. A quick shot, scores! And mamma mia, just like that, Lucas Beaver, the leading scorer for the St. Catharines ShockWave in this ALL campaign thus far, took advantage of that advantage. Quick pickup of the ball, and the back of the net it goes. It's 5-2 for St. Catharines.
Well, I told you, keep your eye on Lucas Beaver, and in this Arena Lacrosse League, on possession changes, you play it where it lies. So wherever that ball is, you can go get it, and play can continue. And you saw Beaver do a good job there, never let up, jumped on that loose ball and buried it.
And, as you say, you play where the ball lies. That's something different than what I'm used to, that's for sure. And you can see it was just a quick transition play right there, and Beaver in the back of the net it goes. Toronto with the Monarchs moving a quick shot. That was right off the high chest there in the face mask, and a quick outlet pass from the goaltender Patty on a breakaway for St. Catharines. Shot, scores! Chris Atwood puts that in the back of the net. An assist from the netminder, Austin Patty. You gotta love it. Mamma mia, what a play. And the 4-goal lead restored with 12:18 left to play in the second quarter. It's 6-2 for the ShockWave.
So a good job, and if you know anything about the Arena Lacrosse League, the goaltenders all have the ability to throw the ball. And that's one of the assets that you've got to have coming in, because transition lacrosse is so important. And you saw that there. If you've got a guy like Chris Atwood on the receiving end of a pass, you give him some room, and I'm going to tell you, 8 out of 10 times that ball is going to be in the back of the net.
That's a quick pass as well. Shot comes in. Off the goaltender there and off the post as that one stays out. And it looks like Bailey Brown has been got to him right now with an opportunity coming in. It's Romano. Can he get something offensively going? He'll drop it off. Quick shot. And a good save that came in from Wayne Hill as Hill tried to beat Bailey Brown. And those are two confidence boosters, in my opinion, after letting two quick ones in. He started well, did Bailey Brown, and he had to make those two saves.
Well, you got to have a short memory. As a goaltender here in this league and in this sport, you have to be able to forget what just happened and move forward. And that's why I say to you, you can get off to a hot start, stop everything. There's going to come a time when there's going to be a couple that are going to find their way. You have to be able to be mentally tough enough to regroup from it.
Quick shot there, or was an attempt to shot, Wayne Hill couldn't pick that one up in the stick. And now the ShockWave are moving it again very well, and that'll come the other way. It'll be the goaltender Patty, who will just come out of the crease, way out, and play it as that ball ricocheted from end to end. And now back up with the all-important Lucas Beaver as he will lay that one off. And now the ShockWave will look to go to work with Atwood and Beaver, maybe one of the main two catalysts on this ShockWave team. Quick shot, and that was a nifty play, and look who it was, Atwood to Beaver again. And those two, they just seem to combine almost game in and game out.
Well, they are a good tandem. Offensively, they have a good feel of where each other are. They both got really good hands, and almost just couldn't get that outlet up ahead, as Brooker Muir, though, going to do again. Some of the little things, always tough around the loose ball, gets it to the right guy.
Big save that time. Bailey Brown, as Muir tried to create for this St. Catharines side, but it's picked up by the big man, John Vesna, as Vesna now looks to come up with 10.5 left to play in the second quarter. Vesna trying to wiggle his way a little deeper, and you can see trying to use his body to his advantage. Vesna wheeling, now dealing, as he plays that ball towards the outside with number 44, Corbett. Corbett now, he'll go around and around looking for a pass. He gets that ball taken out of his stick, and now a chance coming the other way for St. Catharines with speed. Playing it down low, quick shot, and a good save by Billy Brown. That's way better. He didn't commit down early that time. He stayed up high and made the save with the right shoulder. Toronto right back up. They come up the carpet with Dunkerley just calmly waiting for his troops to get the line change occurring for them, as Gillis now will hang on to it. He'll play that one to Nakamura. Nakamura will go down low. There's a move. There's a chance. There's a shot. And a good save by the netminder. And the whistle's blown, and it looks like it's going to go back in possession with the Toronto Monarchs.
That's a late hit call, and the continuation will give possession back to the Monarchs. I mean, in hockey, you finish your checks. In lacrosse, if you finish them too late, you'll get penalized for it.
Nakamura wheeling, dealing, and that shot there, it almost beat the goaltender, Austin Patty. He had to adjust his body. And now back up the floor comes, quick shot, and it's in the back of the net, it goes. And you can see lacrosse at its finest, end to end. And number 43, Jake Bomberry, slots that one in, and it's St. Catharines with a 5-goal lead, the largest lead thus far in this game between the Monarchs and the ShockWave, with 9:20 left to play in the second quarter at the ILA.
Well, I think it's pretty evident as of right now. Not sure if there's going to be a penalty as we are going to a timeout. I think Toronto, having played yesterday, it was a hard-fought game against the Outlaws, and today you see that they're short some runners. It's clear some guys that normally just play defense or have to play both ways as well. And the question will be as far as the fatigue factor goes. With 9:20 to go, in this game, in this quarter, in this half, you figure there's a long way to go. The question is, with a full bench, are the ShockWave going to try to up the tempo and take advantage of that? It appears that's what they're doing.
Timeout called by the Toronto Monarchs right now, and honestly, I think it's a good timeout for head coach Sean Gillis and his crew and his staff, because you don't want this game to get out of reach, as you mentioned, and it can. And we know in lacrosse, it most certainly can. I did a hockey game last night, and it was 7-2 the final. It ain't going to be that final here this afternoon at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. So a good timeout, in my opinion. Calm your team, calm the troops, and now let's see if they can get something offensively going, because they now, in the Monarchs, have to get something back.
Well, similar to basketball, lacrosse is a game of runs as well. So you know that what you're trying to do is put together as many in a run as you can and stop as many of the other teams' run. So you're going to see that there'll be some times where a team will put up 2-3 goals, and then another team will respond with 2-3 of their own. That's the way you would like it to go if you were a coach.
Carson Reese bringing that one up the floor, and he'll drop that one off to the big man. It's Wayne Hill who tried to release that one, and you can see he literally just came on super quick, picked it up right away, and released and went right back off. And that's what St. Catharines does sometimes with the big man Hill. I mean, I want to say about 3 weeks ago when I called the first game, he had like 3 or 4 goals in the first game against Peterborough 25-18. So you know he can release, and that's what the Monarchs have to watch. As Dance is dancing in and off the iron, it goes, a big chance again as he's looking for his hat trick of this game.
Well, you got to know, Nick, that the way that teams utilize the front door and the back door, it's all strictly for...
Quick shot coming in and scores, and Lance, sorry to cut you off, but it's Dance dancing his way right back in. And I'm sorry, but I absolutely love to use that one. I'm not going to use it all the time, but let me tell you something. Jordan Dance is special. Just how he gets that ball, turns, and he can score at any given time.
Well, he's got the quickest spin in the league. He's got very quick feet, and it's hard to guard a guy like that that's in perpetual motion all the time. And he'll come at you, but he'll do such a quick spin that he's almost by you before you get a chance to react. And he's utilized that move a number of times, and he's come away with goals a number of times strictly because of that. As I was saying, what teams will do is keep their strong offensive guys close to the back door. So the guys will go from offense right to the back door, then back out on offense. That's all they'll play. So Wayne Hill, a specialist as a shooter, he'll just come off the bench, get that late pass, and look to take the shot. That's part of the coaching philosophy in this game.
The tactics, the strategies, philosophy, as Lance mentioned, and, you know, it's used, and it's used effectively most of the time with St. Catharines now. Up the carpet they come, looking to drop it off, and that time she just couldn't connect uncharacteristically there as Menzies tried to find Beaver.
Well, these three guys have got a good connection. They have worked together now for the last couple of seasons. Lucas Beaver just joined the squad this year, but he's fit in nicely as he does a good job of sharing the ball, and that's important.
Quick shot coming in that time from Beaver. He received that pass from Oakley Thomas with an opportunity coming in for the ShockWave, and another nice save from Bailey Brown. He's settled in, I believe, a little bit more here after giving up first two quick goals in this second quarter as the Monarchs. It's Dance coming out. He'll pass it off. Quick shot, and the ball is loose. Who's going to pick it up? The battle ongoing right in the center of the carpet there, and now it's picked up by the ShockWave as they look to counter. It's a 3-on-1 opportunity on the far side. St. Catharines wheeling, Romano dealing, quick shot, scores! And that's a great goal for this St. Catharines team, putting the ball in the back of the net. It's a quick transition, as we all know so often, and it's Cody Ward who slots that one, I believe, in the back of the net.
Well, I think it was the passing. That was the main thing. You saw each guy willing to give something up to get the best shot possible, and Cody Ward was the recipient on the tail end of that. And really, it was about the first pass, second pass that made that goal as easy as it was. So hats off to the St. Catharines coaching staff. They've got these guys thinking the right way. They got these guys utilizing their teammates, and that's why they're leading this one 8-3.
8-3, as mentioned. Toronto down, looking to change the script here as they have to try to get that run, as Lance mentioned earlier, like basketball. You got to get the run, not one goal and then give up another, maybe two or three consecutively. But St. Catharines have responded brilliantly with 6:25 left to play in the second quarter. Pfeiffer now looks to get something going. Good defensive play from St. Catharines, number 44, as Oakley Thomas, or 94, excuse me. And now looking to maintain.
Well, that's Seamus Shanahan. Of course, Shanahan hasn't been in too many games this year, so good to see him back in the lineup. Of course, Seamus, the son of Brian Shanahan and Uncle Brendan. So comes from a long line of lacrosse players, as that will take us to our officials' timeout.
And with this officials' timeout, it's 8-3 for the St. Catharines ShockWave with 5:56 left to play in the second quarter.
So as we take a quick look here on this break, if we take a peek at some of the stats that we have as we look forward to our second game, which will feature the Oshawa Outlaws and the Paris River Wolves. That, of course, coming up. And Oshawa, winners of three straight, have impressed. They've got a great offense. Paris, of course, with some work to do. But when you look at the standings there, you see the Six Nations Snipers, after a win yesterday at Children's Arena, they're sitting at 5-2. Peterborough 4-2. Tough loss last night to Paris. So that was a bit of a surprise there. Oshawa playing their best lacrosse, come in at 3-3, as are the Monarchs and the River Wolves. So the Steelhawks, work to do, but a work in progress. And the ShockWave you see here with a 1-4 record, but they certainly don't look like a 1-4 team right now.
And they don't, because they're up 8-3, now to the Toronto Monarchs. We're currently sitting with a 3-3 500 record. And when you have a game like this, it's very crucial to try to beat the opponents higher than you or above you in the standings. And as you see, the St. Catharines ShockWave starting on time this afternoon here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. With that ball stolen and back up the carpet they come as the ShockWave look to get some more offense going with Alex Henry, who is going to try to create as he'll play that on the far side. And St. Catharines moving the ball pretty well with Denton Miller. Miller will look to take it as he had a chance to possibly find the big 47, Wayne Hill. Instead, it's the Monarchs who look to come back the other way. Gillis now with it as he will drop that one off. He'll go off, and Sheehan will play that across to the assistant captain on the far side. And now Bridle now will control. Monarchs looking to maneuver the ball here. Look for an outlet. Look for an opportunity. Quick shot. And that's a whistler, but it's well wide, and it's picked up. But it's going to be where the ball lays they play, and Romano will get it right away, but it was extra whistles here, so the play has been stopped.
Well, I'm not sure if Kyle Coulter is calling too many men. He's calling an interference call, and it's going to go to Marty Hill. So good news for the Monarchs. They're going to get another power play opportunity in which they are 2 for 2. But when you look at this Monarchs lineup, Campbell Parker, Cam Mancini, 2 big offensive weapons not in the lineup here today.
A number of guys out for both teams this afternoon. But a quick shot there, wide, another rebound there, and that'll just go down the floor as that is a penalty kill. I guess at its finest. That's what you call a hockey clearance there on the penalty kill.
Well, you know what? He had to, because you're not allowed to go back in the crease. So he had to make sure his momentum was taking him into the crease instead of getting a violation. As you've seen a bullet. That was a bullet from Jordan Dance off the crossbar. So that was the reason why you saw him just unleash it down the length of the carpet.
You don't want to turn it over right there in your own end, and then it's an opportunity that you don't take time off the clock or seconds off the clock. Well, you're on the penalty kill.
They've switched Big John Besna, moved him up from the crease to the left shooter, hoping to give him a little more room.
And as he tried to get more room there, he could not receive that ball once again, and it's coming back the other way. A shorthanded chance. They're in. The ShockWave scores! And just like that, Chris Atwood gets his second goal of the contest, getting number 9 for the ShockWave. It's a shorthanded marker with 3:49 remaining in the first half. It's 9-3 St. Catharines, and just like that, the Monarchs go down when they have the man advantage, and that's not what they would like to see right now, but they do have an opportunity to get it back.
Well, I tell you, Chris Atwood is making his return. He missed the first 3 games, and needless to say, the ShockWave were off to a very shaky start. Since him and Brooker Muir have returned to the lineup, they have been a calming and steady influence. Atwood has brought his offense, and that has made the difference for this team since the early part of the season. So Chris Atwood, as long as he stays out of the penalty box, he is a definite asset to your squad, and a shorthanded marker at that is impressive in itself.
I mean, you're 1-4 coming into this game, right? And with Atwood missing 3 games, you can see the difference that he brings to the St. Catharines lineup. You can see the second or more offensive threat that they have with Toronto coming off the floor. Nakamura skyrocketed that shot. You know he wanted it. You could see he wanted to snipe that one in as he was coming in there. Now it's picked up by number 32, Nathan Either.
Well, that's one of the aspects of Nakamura's game that he's going to have to improve on. That's his accuracy with the basics, meaning your overhand shooting. The overhand shot in lacrosse is the most accurate. It's the one shot that goalies do not know where it's going to go because the release point's the same. If you come with a sidearm, you come with an underhand, the release point is a particular spot. So that's one of the things Nakamura has to do, get a really good overhand.
A heck of a steal by Mitch Julian, scores! And just like that was a steal in the neutral zone, and back the other way. The Toronto Monarchs come with 2:32 left to play in the second quarter. They get their 4th. The Jordan Dance show is over, and Zulian now gets into the action, and Toronto with another one.
Good for Zulian, because they're going to need more than just Jordan Dance. If they're going to come away with a win here, it's going to have to be more of a collective team effort, especially when you're undermanned like the Monarchs are here in this game. But good for Mitch Julian. Zulian, usually a transition guy, doesn't get a chance to play a whole lot of offense. Different story here today.
What a big whack there as Nakamura got chopped down. A delayed penalty coming up. Patty touches up, and the Toronto Monarchs are going back to the power play as Nakamura got absolutely whacked.
Well, Cody Ward took exception to the screen and decided to lay a cross-check around the neck area of Nakamura. So probably ill-advised, as you now give the Monarchs another chance with a man advantage and a chance to pull a goal closer. They've already got 2 power play markers here in this first half.
Jordan Dance with it, a quick release, and you can just see this Toronto team loves Jordan Dance. Anytime he can get an opportunity to put that one on goal, he is going to get that opportunity, and why not, right? Why not, as St. Catharines comes the other way with Leland Paulus, and another whack coming in. The stick is out of the hands of Paulus, and I don't think there's going to be a penalty, or maybe there is right now, as we can see what is developing. So number 37, Lance Paulus is getting a penalty and a 5-on-3 power play opportunity for Toronto. It's a big one.
Well, if there's a time, now's the time. You're talking about taking advantage of opportunities. You're down 5 with 2 minutes left in the half. You got a 2-man advantage. If you can get 2 goals here, you're back in the game. Whole different story, getting ready for third quarter.
Jordan Dance to Sheehan. Now Sheehan with it, and now Dance has it. He'll go backhand pass. Down low, Vezina shot, and that's saved. And if I was St. Catharines, I would just try to throw this one down the floor. And that's a turnover there, as Will Sheehan picks it up right away. An odd man rush, 4-on-2. Oh, Sheehan didn't collect. That's uncharacteristic of him with that pass for Vezina down low. Now Dance with it. Passes that one to Vezina. To Dance. Oh, and uncharacteristic from him that time.
Well,
losing the ball in the stick.
You see the triangle they're playing is an inverted and also collapse. So they want to force the shots from outside. And right now the Monarchs don't seem to have a very good flow going with this power play unit.
Yeah, the ball movement isn't there as we're used to seeing. And now it's shot with a looping ball all the way down. And I was going to say why the Toronto Monarchs have bridle right here, and I get it. It could be a quick transition the other way, and St. Catharines could take it short-handed.
Or he's also the safety. With a 5-on-3, he's there to make sure to protect the timeline. If any shots go and ricochet off the top.
Quick shot, and there you see it, Lance. They take advantage of the man advantage in the back of the net. It's Dance creating with that assist coming in, and some talking right now as Jordan Dance gets whacked a few times in the head from number 8, Alex Henry, and clearly some chirps are flying with 49.5 seconds left to play in the first half. It's 9-5 for St. Catharines as the Monarchs get one with 48 seconds left. So this power play, unless they score, is going to basically expire this first half.
Well, that is the case, but they've gotten one of the equation. They've pulled to within 4 now. Will Sheehan credited with that goal. So now you got Will, one of your leading goal scorers, kind of in the flow, feeling it a bit. We'll see here now if the Monarchs can build on that momentum, because the answer really would be for the ShockWave to minimize now. And it looks like there's going to be another penalty put up there.
And head coach Ron Henry.
And I think they're getting some clarification here as
he doesn't like it, Lance.
So it looks like
a 5-minute major?
Well, let's see what the discussion is, right? So
question is what it's for, right?
Well, Kyle Coulter is going to go over there just to reiterate. It looks like so draw ball. So it looks like it was a 5-minute major for face mask. So contact with the face mask, that's what the story is. And so St. Catharines not doing themselves any favors right now.
No, they're not. And Cody Ward with it has 1 goal today thus far for St. Catharines, just trying to tick time off the clock because it's a 5-on-3 opportunity. But they got possession of it with 12 seconds left in the shot clock. That's time ticks away with the goaltender reached out. Oh, and he almost missed it. Quick shot there, and St. Catharines Atwood almost just caught the Monarchs sleeping down low.
Well, it looks like there's going to be a penalty for too many men on the floor, so the call is going to go against the ShockWave as well.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
So this is a penalty shot now.
So penalty shot.
With 3 in the box, it's an automatic penalty shot, and so we'll see here, and I expect Jordan Dance will get the call.
So it's a penalty shot for the Toronto Monarchs, as Lance mentioned. And I'll be honest, that's one I didn't know. 3 men in the penalty box for one team. And it's with 24.3 seconds left to play in the first half, down 9-5. And frankly, this is a huge opportunity, in my opinion, for this Toronto Monarchs team. It's Jordan Dance looking for his 4th. The whistle's blown. He picks it up. Trouncing in slow here, Jordan Dance. coming in, and that shot there scores. And just like that, Jordan Dance, he makes it look easy, Lance. Gets his 4th of the game with 24 seconds left. It is a goal where the Monarchs had the advantage, and Dance makes it, takes it, and makes no mistake in doing so.
Well, the ShockWave are doing everything in their power to allow the Monarchs to stay in this game. And by getting penalties and spending time in the box with a team that is good with the man advantage does not work in your favor. So now you've got another draw. They're only trailing by 3, and they've gotten themselves back in the game here, got another chance with 24 seconds left to potentially add another one, as you'll see one will come out. And it looks like, so I believe the 23 seconds should be nullified. There still should be 4.5 up there. That's the case. And 2 minutes. Right. Okay. So that's 4.5 and a 2. So still too short because that third penalty was the penalty shot. And now with
and since
24
they scored,
seconds left,
Lance, they don't stay in the box, correct? With the penalty shot?
Correct.
Or
It's nullified, yes.
Nullified right away.
Nullified.
So it's still a 5-on-3. And it's now picked up by the St. Catharines ShockWave with 18 seconds left. And looks like the officials here, Kyle Coulter is just going to make sure the time is correct on the shot clock and on the game clock.
Well, you do 2 counts, right? So there's a count that's a shot clock, and then there's a manual count that the officials do as well. So that was the case there. As you can see, Kyle Coulter made that call.
18.4 seconds left to play in the first half in the first game of this exciting ALL Lacrosse Sunday here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena in the Six Nations of the Grand River. 9-6 for the St. Catharines ShockWave. And Lance, like you said, Toronto sticking around, but no fault to St. Catharines for giving them the opportunities.
Well, and that's what this game's about, right? It's about the opportunities and about limiting your opponent and theirs. Good timeout called there. Gives you a chance for your 3 to get a bit of a break. ShockWave will have possession here with 18 seconds to kill, so you can bet that Coach Henry has given them some instructions on how to do that.
Picking it up now, the St. Catharines ShockWave will resume this play. Short-handed within the final 15 seconds, getting harassed down low, but still maintaining possession. Oh, he gets back up. A quick shot. Oh, that would have been absolutely sublime.
Great effort
Cody
from
Ward
Cody Ward.
with a great individual effort. Now checks the other way. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. A shot for the Monarchs. A big save by Patty, and this first half is over. My goodness gracious. An exciting first half. It maybe started a little slow for the Monarchs, but they said it won't be like that for the rest of this one. At halftime, it's 9-6 for the St. Catharines ShockWave, Lance, and a good first half for really both teams, with St. Catharines starting on time and Toronto coming back.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see carried over when we start the third if they can't take advantage of this double power play that they have here and maybe close the gap even more. But been an outstanding half. Looking forward to the third.
And we'll be back for the second half in the third quarter, live from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena in the Six Nations of the Grand River. I'm Nicholas Fiore, joined by Lance Wynn. We'll see you very, very shortly, folks, for Arena Lacrosse League action. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for Arena Lacrosse League action. I'm Nicholas Fiore, play-by-play broadcaster, joined by color commentator for this afternoon's game, Lance Wynn, for the St. Catharines ShockWave against the Toronto Monarchs, with the ShockWave with a 9-6 lead. But the Monarchs starting this second half on a 5-on-3 power play for the next minute 20. And they're looking to go on this power play right away. Shot, scores, and it's a nifty goal, a fantastic goal from this Toronto Monarchs team. And Lance, that's exactly how you need and want to start, especially with Will Sheehan getting on the board.
Well, Sheehan, again, one of the leading goal scorers on this Toronto team. It was a great pass from Jordan Dance. Sheehan used his length to be able to extend past past Austin Patty and tuck that in the far corner. But if Toronto can get Will Sheehan going, Jordan Dance is already going. They can make a run here. You can see they've closed the gap after trailing by 5. The lead now is only 2.
The gap that needed to be closed from this Toronto Monarchs team, 9-7. The score here, but Lance, it's another penalty coming up to St. Catharines, and the discipline factor just has to be better because that is not good for the ShockWave.
Well, I think what happened was they thought initially the goal nullified the penalty, and that wasn't the case. And I will get clarification on why, as you can still see power play going now for a minute.
So see, that's very interesting, Lance. As now Corbett with a quick shot. That's a heck of a save from Patty, standing tall between the sticks for this St. Catharines side. Picked right back up, and Corbett will try to go down low. Couldn't connect with that one. And now back down low with a chance, backhand pass. Vezina, and his right foot. The toes were in the crease, Lance.
And yes, and just to get some clarification, the goal offsets 1 on the 5-minute major. So it doesn't go up against the minor penalty because the major happened first. So you score 2 goals, that would nullify the major. That's 1. So the major still runs, the minor still runs as well. Hence the reason why there's still 2 men short.
I hear some math in there, Lance. I'm not good in math.
Well, that's okay, man. I won't lie. My counter's always in question. But I think the bottom line is that the goal doesn't nullify the major, and the major happened before the minor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm in the booth. Numbers aren't the forte, but let me tell you something. The play-by-play here is right now with this Monarchs team looking to get another one. Jordan Dance, a quick shot off the shoulder pad of Patty. And Lance, I think the ShockWave are going to need Patty. I know it's cliche maybe to say you need your goalie, but in a big way, because for this Monarchs team to come as they have this power play right now, maybe we'll get to it right after this one, but with Dance and Sheehan and Vezina trying to get back in this game with a quick pass down low, quick shot, scores, and right on cue, it's Vezina who puts the ball in the back of the net. Patty really couldn't do anything there. It's a 1-goal lead, and it's 9-8 right now for the St. Catharines ShockWave, but it's once again Sheehan, Vezina, alongside the main man, right, for this Toronto team, Dance, and Patty really left on an island there.
Well, for sure, and unfortunately, when you continue to get penalties, you are putting your defense, you're really extending your defense and making them work hard, giving their offense a chance to get comfortable and take as many shots as they want at Patty, and it's just a matter of time before they're going to find the back of the net. And when you have the likes of Jordan Dance and Sheehan, I mean, it's good. The ball is going to find its way into that net. Getting John Vezina involved now, which was the case there, that was big for the Monarchs.
Vezina from Sheehan and Gillis, a quick shot there, scores. And right away, the response St. Catharines would need. With number 43 putting in Jake Bomberry, gets another one on his afternoon, and a 2-goal lead restored. It's 10-8 St. Catharines.
Well, that was a big goal. That sort of halted the run by the Monarchs as they'd gotten 3 unanswered to close to within 1. And good to see Jake Bomberry step up with his second of the game and kind of wreck the role, so to speak. We'll see here if the ShockWave can't put together a couple goals.
5 unanswered goals for this Toronto Monarchs team. The run, as we spoke about earlier, the run from Toronto was crucial. But it's St. Catharines putting a damper in that run with that goal that they most certainly needed. And it's picked up by Zulian. Shot clock winding down to 5 seconds. Maneuvering something here, quick shot. And that was a good release. It's a reset of the shot clock. And Nakamura decided instead of going off, let's pick that ball up right away and try to maintain possession for your team. Nakamura plays it back. Is it going to cross the halfway line? It's not. With Gillis will just maintain possession of it. Saved it from a turnover that it would have came the other way for St. Catharines. As the
Well, this
Monarchs now
this
are
certainly
controlling.
one of the more physical games that Nakamura's been involved in. They have targeted him, and they're going to keep an eye on him.
Up the floor they come. A good little move there. Shot coming in. Scores! And just like that, it's Chris Atwood with his hat-trick goal of the afternoon. And a quick release from the netminder in Patty. And would you look at that, it is a 3-goal lead restored now for the St. Catharines ShockWave, 11-8.
Game of runs, Nick. There's a prime example. You give up 4 or 5, and you come back with a couple of your own. And Chris Atwood is putting together a fine game here as he's remained disciplined, yet he is shooting the ball well. He's taken advantage of the openings that he's given, and he has found the back of the net now 3 times here to keep that lead where it should be for the ShockWave.
The Monarchs maintaining it with Will Sheehan now. He'll play that one across, and it's Dance. Looking to dance his way in, diving into the crease. Oh, and that's an extra whack there, and I think that's going to be a penalty coming up to St. Catharines. Probably a little unnecessary from Costello, as that was a high whack on the Monarchs man Pfeiffer, and you saw it there, Lance, and I think it might have been a good call.
Well, I mean, what Coach Ron Henry is arguing is that at the time, when the whistle blows, you're supposed to drop the ball immediately. And if the player doesn't, then the other player can take it out of his stick and go. And I think that's what St. Catharines is claiming happened there. But unfortunately, officials disagreed and felt that you're just a little too handy, and hence the slashing call.
Toronto on the power play. Dance at the point. He'll then play that back down low, and Dance with a shot. It's a quick shot there from him.
5 power play goals this game for the Monarchs, so they have done a good job of taking advantage of their opportunities.
Right back up comes St. Catharines. Now they're on the penalty kill, of course. Ball is on the far side as the ShockWave trying to either tick some time off the clock or try to even get something offensively here with possession of it. A little bit of a loose ball, but it's scooped right back up from Brooker Muir.
You got Dan Miller out there for the offense. The rest of the guys, including Brooker Muir, are transition players. And
shot clock violation, and it's picked up by the Monarchs netminder and Bailey Brown. Brown with the outstretched pass to Sheehan, uncharacteristically for him, not controlling that one and losing it to Romano, but then picked right back up from Corbett. And now he'll wait for his troops to change and get a complement of men on the power play with 50 seconds left in it, with 9:55 remaining in the third quarter. Toronto moving the ball side to side. Now down low shot. It's over top of the goal and picked right back up. But it's a shot clock violation. They had to move it quick, and it's coming back the other way for St. Catharines, where the ball lays. It's played, and it's picked right back up by Chris Atwood, who's got 3 this afternoon, and he swings it to the big man, Wayne Hill. He'll swing that now on the near side, and the St. Catharines ShockWave just patiently waiting for a play to develop. It's Beaver. He'll go down low. Quick shot, and a good save by the pads there of the goaltender, Bailey Brown. Brown looked for the outstretched pass, and it could be a turnover if it's picked up neatly, and it is by Beaver, but then he gets nailed by Nolan Power. And now in interaction here, look what's going on here. Like Power with Beaver, and the fans are hollering at the ILA, including the staff there on St. Catharines, with Corbett, though, collecting it.
Well, there should have been a penalty on that play, without a doubt, if not for the early high stick.
There's a goal, and it's a quick shot and a quick release. I believe that was Pfeiffer who came in the area there to get that release, top shelf. And it's another marker for this Toronto team, making it 11-9.
I think that there will be some issues with regards to that no call there, and you saw Beaver manhandled, so a high stick could have been called there. Certainly the excessive hit where you hit a guy and then you land on him and then lay on him, and I'd say that the coaching staff for the ShockWave have a legitimate case, and I think that it's going to be important for Kyle Coulter, Joel Furman and company to sort of establish themselves again here in the second half and make sure that something like that doesn't occur again.
Tensions are rising. And
well,
it
the
feels
game's
like
on
that
the
here.
line here, and it's a 2-goal game. So every goal now is clearly very important.
It almost feels like the backyard rink last goal wins type of feel, because Toronto will take it right out of the center circle and looking to come right back in with Devon Dunkerley. Dunkerley now with it on the far boards. He's getting manhandled and nailed, and you can see the physicality, the intensity heating up in this contest at the ILA with a quick pass up the floor and a quick shot. It's a bounce shot, and it goes out of play, but it's going to be awarded to the ShockWave as they look to maintain possession and try to get that goal right back.
Well, Bomberry tried to do an inside-out shot. He didn't have to. He was on his right stick side. Could have just went with a straight overhand and picked that short side instead. Tried to come with the inside out and wasn't able to get that shot on net.
A response was needed from St. Catharines. They couldn't put that one in that time. With Nakamura now who lays that one off, and Toronto looking to move the ball from side to side. They're looking lively. But a big whack coming in from Paulus. Tried to get that ball freed up, and now St. Catharines will maintain possession of it behind the goal line with Oakley Thomas. Thomas now looking for an outlet pass, and he finds the big man Wayne Hill. Up the floor they come. Wayne Hill drives. He's going to use his frame to try to drive closer to the net. And now he'll just take it in the near corner, waiting for the pass to come to him.
Well, they'll be a little more deliberate here on offense.
Here it is. Wayne Hill, spin, shot, scores! Mamma mia, what an individual effort from Wayne Hill. And St. Catharines' 3-goal lead restored. It's 12-9 for the ShockWave, and you can see a great individual effort there from Wayne Hill, creating something maybe out of nothing.
Told you the big man light on his feet. Okay, had a great spin move. You can tell his footwork outstanding. Kept the feet moving. Was able to create space with his size. And then just a good overhand in the far corner. Not a whole lot Bailey Brown could do on that.
7:10 left to play in the third quarter. The second half has been lively thus far between the Monarchs and the ShockWave. Ken Beaver get another one. Shot comes in. And that was just saved by the left shoulder of Bailey Brown for the Monarchs. Bridle with it. Bounce pass. The Monarchs looking to get on the offensive circuit again. Sheehan with the move. Shot comes in. It's wide. Picked up. Looking to pick it up. Bridle and a big whack from near coming in on the far side. And now Vesna is coming in. But that play is going to be awarded to the St. Catharines ShockWave. And with 6:40 left, Lance, we got a break in the action.
We're going to take our officials' timeout.
Alterna Savings and the ALL are excited to promote the second annual National Lacrosse League Alterna Cup competition this season. Canadian teams are competing in head-to-head matches to capture the cup and be crowned the Canadian champions of the NLL. Check out NLL.com and Alterna.ca to learn more. So used to relying on the box score on Point Streak for my hockey, and I get all my live, assists and all that. I'm like, I don't think it's on, Paul. No, it's all good. Yep, no worries. With 6:40 remaining in this third quarter, 12-9 St. Catharines. We are back underway here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena in the Six Nations of the Grand River, and the St. Catharines ShockWave are looking to get back on the board here. Oh, that's a huge hit. But it's going to be awarded to the Toronto Monarchs. I'm Nicholas Fiore, joined by Lance Wynn on the call for you this afternoon. And Lance, with the Toronto Monarchs bringing the ball up now with Sheehan. It was a game of runs, as we've mentioned, of course, but it was St. Catharines starting on time, and now Toronto looking to maybe cut the lead back to 2. It looks like they may have to do a little bit more, however you want to frame that or put it, to really get back in this one, because St. Catharines seems to be responding every time Toronto does.
It'd be hard to argue that, Nick, for sure, but you figure that Toronto comes in undermanned, so that roster-wise, a little shorter. Guys are going to be a little more tired, asked to do a little bit more. And I think if you are Sean Gillies and company, you're just looking to keep this game close heading into the fourth. If you can keep it to, say, a 3 or 4 goal deficit, give your team a chance for a run in the fourth. I think that's what they're going to look to do. But in the meantime, between time, trying to keep it close.
Little 4-man scrum ensues in the far corner, and Toronto will pick up the loose ball off the carpet, and up they come. Looking to create with 5:10 left to play in the third quarter is Devon Dunkerley. Leaves that one to Koichi Nakamura. Nakamura will drop it off. A quick pass down low. That's a good catch there after a drop by Vezina, though. He'll maintain control. Bounce pass, and too low there for Nakamura off his foot. Picked up by Bridle. Nakamura off the end boards. Nakamura just tries to poke that in, but the goaltender will take it, and then turned over, and then an extra whack for good measure from Austin Patty, just to say, hey, it's in my crease. I got the ball, don't worry.
So if that ball is laying on the crease, it's a free ball. Guys can pick that up.
As long as their feet stay out of the crease, correct?
As long as their feet stay out, exactly.
Controlled by Vezina. Quick pass down low. What a chance, what a shot, diving into the crease for that one, but a good save by Brown. Ken Pfeiffer now come the other way, looking to create, looking to dance his way in. It's not Jordan Dance, though, this time. It's Pfeiffer, and he drops that one off to Corbett, and now Corbett will maintain possession of it, trying to wiggle his way closer to the net. He'll play that one on the far side, and now Toronto moving the ball from side to side. Sheehan with it. Will Sheehan dances around that man there, the defender, and that is picked right back up off the missed shot. Quick release there as the shot clock has expired, and you can see some extra whacks after every whistle here and there, but that's what you love about sport, right, Lance? The intensity there and the willingness and the passion to win game in and game out.
Well, that was a much better offensive possession for the Monarchs. The possession prior to that, they had 4 passes, and they were all errant. So to come back and get a couple of crisp passes and an opportunity to put it in the back of the net are really what you're trying to generate. And the Monarchs now seem to have settled just a bit here, so to see if they can capitalize.
Heidecker now drops it off as he falls down. Oh, that's a big collision as Romano leaning to his man, but picked up by Nakamura. Nakamura drops it off to Corbett. Monarchs are completing the line change. Nakamura back to the point. Gillis comes fresh out of the player's bench. Nakamura with it. And here's a move, but he got hit high in the head from Luca Romano. And I'm sorry, Mr. Romano, but I don't know if you can complain about that one. That stick was a little bit too high on Koichi Nakamura. And a penalty coming up to Luca, and a power play for Toronto that I would say they most certainly have to use with 3:19 left to play in the third.
Well, this is their 8th power play this game, and they've managed to score 5 times. So Toronto has executed with the man advantage, and that's been the difference in this ball game up to this point. So a chance here to pull closer, see if they can take one step
Sheehan with it.
Closing the gap.
Absolutely. Sheehan with the backhand pass. He'll play it across now back to Sheehan. He wants it. He takes it. A good save by Patty. The ball was loose momentarily. And then Vezina gets an extra whack, trying to draw another penalty. With Patty making the save, looking for the outstretched pass. And not the greatest of passes that time from Austin Patty. He knows it as he gives an extra whack to his pad, knowing that that was a bit of a turnover right at the center line. Sheehan controls, had a lane. It disintegrated. The lane picks right back up off the post, off the rear end of Patty, and he'll hang on to it as that sat right behind him.
Sheehan got off a good shot. Patty got some help from the iron, and sometimes the goalie's best friend are those 3 bars.
I think it's all the time, Lance. I don't think it's sometimes.
You're right. You're right. They have a long-lasting relationship. You are 100%
Never
correct
mind
with
human
that. friendship. Yeah.
When you're a goalie playing sports, those irons, those sticks are huge, aren't they? Picked right back up with Corbett and the Monarchs. 55 seconds left in the penalty to Romano on Nakamura. 2:10 left to play in the third quarter. Monarchs down by 3. They need something here. Can they create? Moving from side to side. At the point, Brettel fakes. Plays it off the Vezina. The shot and a good right pad save from Patty. Pfeiffer using the hands, trying to switch with Bridle. Now Pfeiffer with it. He wants it at the high point. He'll drop it off to Vezina. To Pfeiffer. Backhand pass. Drops it. Picks it right back up. Bridle. He'll go down low. Off a stick there and a good catch by the man down low. And the Monarchs are looking to move that ball continuously by themselves. But a minute 35 left. It's stolen and a chance coming the other way for the ShockWave with speed. And a timely pass that hit the official right in the back of the head there as play continues.
Well, between Brooker Muir and Alex Henry, you're talking 2 of the best transition guys in the game. And Brooker Muir fought for that loose ball in that one corner, brought it all the way the length of the carpet to work some clock and kill the rest of that penalty. So when we talk about doing those small things, Brooker Muir's name always comes up.
A minute 5 remaining. We're back to even strength lacrosse. Will Sheehan, backhand pass from Dance. Nakamura, oh, mamma mia, what a save. Larceny at its finest from Austin Patty, keeping that ball out of the net on Koichi Nakamura. Another quick shot there, and that is wide, and it'll be a over and back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and probably an ill-advised shot with the net empty for the extra attacker. You still had 20 seconds on the shot clock, so to let go an underhand from a bad angle may not have been the best decision from Sheehan.
You always want to try to hit the target, especially if that is the case, of course, right?
Well, you want a better shot too than one from a tough angle.
Refresh of the shot clock. 25 seconds left in it. Monarchs with 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter have the ball. Side to side shot and a good save by Patty again. I mentioned at the top of the third quarter, he needed to be big, and he's continuously doing so in this third quarter. Back the other way with the ShockWaves, Costello. Moving that ball around as Costello opened the scoring this afternoon. He'll play Miller, and the ShockWave are moving the ball from side to side. At the point, it's a high shot and a whistler off the end boards. Looking to come the other way, though. It's a loose ball, and the Monarchs pick it right back up off the carpet. But at the end of this third quarter, it's the St. Catharines ShockWave 12 and the Toronto Monarchs 9 as we head into the fourth. We are back at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for the fourth quarter here between these two teams in the Toronto Monarchs, who currently sit fourth in the AL East Division, and the St. Catharines ShockWave, who currently sits seventh in the AL East Division. 12-9 St. Catharines as we enter this final 15 minutes between these two teams with the Toronto Monarchs starting this fourth quarter on a power play.
Well, if they're going to take advantage of something, now is the best time, Nick. Right here, trailing by 3 here in the fourth. If you can kick this quarter off with a good start, that may go a long way to getting the momentum and keeping it.
Vezina received a couple whacks there with Jordan Dance with the shot, and Dance gets tossed down to the carpet. And the whistle's blown as Austin
another
Patty.
Penalty.
I think Austin Patty actually, Lance, had to fix a strap on the helmet, on the mask.
Maybe it is an equipment malfunction that needs repair. Doesn't appear to be anyone going on. So I guess Kyle Coulter had his hand up just based on more of a timeout than a penalty call.
These two teams coming in to this one with Monarchs losing their last game yesterday to Oshawa 15-12, and the ShockWave defeating Whitby 14-6 February 27th, their last encounter in the ALL. The Monarchs moving the ball, set the side, quick shot. Sheehan looked to whistle that one. Good save by Patty. Dance again. Goes across and down low, and it was a bouncing ball that the goaltender had to adjust to make that one. And another quick shot saved, and it almost squeaked in, but the hand of Patty just kept that out.
Got to be impressed with the way Austin Patty's played. He position-wise, his movement is very precise. Doing a good job. He's not overextending one side or the other. He's just right where he should be, keeping that ball centered.
A quick shot there, and it goes off the back, the shoulder blade of the goaltender Billy Brown. A good release, a smart release coming in from Carson Reese as he tried to catch Billy Brown off guard.
Tried to do the crease dive dunk. Wasn't successful, but certainly gave it a go.
Dance with it, and look at the fast feet moving, shooting. Saved by Austin Patty again, keeping the ball out of the net. 13-10 left to play in the game. The ShockWave moving it right back up, waiting for their guys to come on with a quick pass down low and a shot. That's a great block as the two number 14s collided. Bridle blocked that one coming in from Cody Ward. And now a loose ball and a release, and released up the floor, bringing that one in is Power. He'll drop it off, and Kahn couldn't connect and grab that one from Power. Turnover of the ball here, and Luca Romano controls. He'll go down low. Romano at the point. Quick shot and saved by Brown. And these two goaltenders, 2.5 minutes into this fourth quarter, are standing tall. Bridle with it.
Well, both teams had their offense extended further away from the dots, and that's making it just a little easier for these netminders to track down those shots from long range.
Vesna falling down. The big man looking to get back up. Unfortunately lost the ball that time, and a chance maybe coming the other way with speed coming in. Thomas to Romano, the shot. Scores! Luca Romano puts the ball in the back of the net, and the ShockWave shock the Monarchs with that little counterattack play. It's 13-9 for St. Catharines.
Well, I told you off the top, Luca Romano much improved. He came into the league and he was strictly a defensive player, turned into more of a transition player, and now here asked to play a little more offense and getting the job done. So good job by Luca to see his game evolve in the right direction.
You always want to try to be as versatile as possible, and Luca Romano obviously has done that from you knowing and being with this league for a few years now.
Well, I
right?
think the more tools you have in your toolbox, the more your coach can utilize those tools, and that's one of the things that Romano's done. When he came in the league, he was a bit of a one-dimensional guy. Then he added something else to the table. Coaches sort of see that, see your progress, and then, of course, this being a developmental league, they're going to help you along with that so that they can get the most out of the abilities that you bring to the table.
Of course, the Arena Lacrosse League, the official affiliates of the NLL, the National Lacrosse League.
We are the minor league to the NLL for sure.
You got to love that. St. Catharines now putting the pressure on at the point. Quick release coming in. Oh, it went right between the 5-hole of the netminder and Billy Brown, but he kept it out. Looking to put the pressure on was Hill.
If the ShockWave are going to seal this in any way, shape, or form, number 77, Chris Atwood's going to be the guy to do it. So going to have to see if he can't get on track again and find the mark. Between him and Lucas Beaver, they're going to need a little something if they're going to close this game out with a W.
Nakamura picks it right back up as he came fresh off the player's bench. An outstretched pass, and it's going to go right to Patty. Austin Patty is going to send a man. It's an outlet pass. It's a breakaway for St. Catharines. Shot scores! And mamma mia, just like that, it's Chris Atwood with number 4 in this game. And a beauty goal, a beauty play. Mamma mia, what a shot for Atwood, a snipe show, and it's an extended lead for this St. Catharines ShockWave.
Well, that's what we like about Chris Atwood, his offensive ability, and he can definitely finish. What don't we like about Chris Atwood? The fact that you get called for taunting after, and now you got to spend 2 minutes in the box, so you allow the Monarchs an opportunity to get that goal back that you just earned off a great pass from Austin Patty.
And that's exactly what you don't want at any level, right? In any sport, and especially as a coach, it drives you absolutely insane to have that happen. You just score and the celebration is null and gated, kind of there with a penalty that your team takes.
And that's just one of the things when you talk about discipline, not just one of those things that it falls under that category. And we'll see if the ShockWave, though, can recover as they still have the lead.
10.5 remaining in this game. 14-9 for the ShockWave. Power play coming, and that shot was from Vesna, a quick bounce shot, and that goes into the ceiling. Controlled by St. Catharines as they look to come right back up with it. Short-handed, of course. Painting that center line there was number 44, Oakley Thomas, without turning it over. And now the ShockWave are trying to go to work in some sort of shape or form offensively. Holding the ball is Brooker Meyer.
Well, they don't have their full offensive unit out there, and you can see with Brooker Muir running the offense that with Chris Atwood in the box, you're short one offensive weapon. And easier to keep your transition guys on in a man-short situation, and that's what the ShockWave are doing.
9:35 remaining. The ShockWave up by 5. On a power play, shot comes in, scores! And Corbett found the seam, and that seam went straight to the back of the net. And it's 14-10 for the St. Catharines ShockWave. 9.5 exactly left to play in this one. The Monarchs still need 4, but Lance, could that be a start?
Well, 6 power play this game for the Monarchs, and if the ShockWave continue to spend time in the penalty box, and you are going to leave the door open for Toronto to creep on in there. I just have to say, Pat Corbett, usually they tuck him down on that right crease. This time they moved him to the top, and he unleashed an underhand I haven't seen from him before. So maybe it's a hidden gem there, and Corbett in his shooting, see if they don't put him back there after having some success. Continuous success with the man advantage.
Heidecker with it now for Toronto as the Monarchs down by 4. Nakamura went down to his knees to grab that pass. Julian to Nakamura. The ball is moved there. Nakamura, what a chance and what a goal! Mamma mia! Brilliant at its finest. Koichi Nakamura with a wraparound backhand shot right past Patty, and the Toronto Monarch man gets another. It's a dandy from Nakamura.
Well, Nakamura specializing in the crease dive from behind the net. That's the 3rd time he scored this season with that. He's had a couple of backhands to his credit as well. Everything but an overhand. And great job there as he sees the opportunity. And I was going to say, need a little something from him if he's going to chip in to this Toronto offense. And the fact remains, he did just that. And that's a big goal, closing the gap to 3 with under 9 to go.
Koichi Nakamura, he loves the game. The passion is there. And he gets one for this Toronto team. A big one indeed with 8:45 remaining. Can't say Catharines going back, scores! And look at that little Selly with the bow down from number 77, Chris Atwood, with his 5th of the game. And it's a 4-goal lead restored, 15-11 for St. Catharines. And is Atwood going to get another penalty? It was just a quick celebration, Lance. And that one I personally disagree with.
Well, I'm not quite sure what kind of precedent you're setting if a guy is dancing in a goalie's face or showing him up. You're taking a bow for what was a rocket in the corner. So I'm not quite sure. But again, we will get some clarification on that. And that one I can't hold Mr. Atwood responsible for, as he knows I always tell him we want to see on the floor, not in the bench. But that was a bullet there, and I think Chris is going to have to adjust his game and leave the celebrations alone, but continue to put the ball in the net.
From a guy who loves celebrating goals, Lance, though, I couldn't seem to find anything too wrong with it, but I understand from the referee's landscape on why that would be called. But, man, you score a dandy, a rocket, as you said. And, unfortunately, couldn't really celebrate it. And here we go with some rough stuff here. And you don't want to get rough with Wayne Hill, do you?
Well, no, and Bridle in there, and he's a big guy himself. And I think it was good job by Kyle Coulter not to make a call either way on that, as it seemed like it was tit for tat, so to speak. And we'll see here if the Monarchs can answer, because Chris Atwood certainly has.
He has. And Toronto looking to do the same with 7:54 left to play in this lacrosse match between these two teams. The ShockWave now shorthanded with a minute left in the penalty to Atwood.
Well, you can see Toronto obviously just a little bit winded now here in this fourth quarter, as they are just moving a little bit slower.
St. Catharines keep the ball moving, but yep, I couldn't agree with you more. It's a little bit slower for sure as the shot clock was winding down. Quick shot, but the Monarchs are looking to maintain it and bring it right back up. A 4-goal lead restored from St. Catharines with that Chris Atwood marker.
Well, Atwood's provided the answers offensively for the ShockWave, and like I said, they're happy to have him back and get his offense in the lineup.
Moving that ball down low, Gillies couldn't, and look at the big frame trying to just protect that ball in the stick there, and really it's brilliant in Paulus, just bringing that ball right back up, doesn't lose it. Shorthanded, no longer are the St. Catharines ShockWave with Chris Atwood stepping out of the sin bin.
Well, first time in a while we've seen these two teams play five-a-side. Wrong stick side, going to be tough for Cody to sneak that one through. That'll take us to our final officials timeout of the game.
With 6.5 left to play in this game between the St. Catharines ShockWave and the Toronto Monarchs. It's 15-11 for the ShockWave. I'm Nicholas Fiore on the call, joined by Lance Wynn this afternoon here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena in the Six Nations of the Grand River. A big afternoon for Chris Atwood for St. Catharines. Even a big night for Jordan Dance, or afternoon I should say, for the Toronto Monarchs. Will Sheehan provides some stuff there, and he might provide something here with that pass to Gillis the shot, and it's just off the mark. Maintain possession here. Toronto with another shot, and that was over top of the goal, and now picked right back up with Romano, and up the floor the St. Catharines ShockWave come with 5:55 left to play.
I think that Chris Atwood may have had something to say along with that bow after the goal that may have drawn the penalty as.
Quick shot coming in, and a good save from Bailey Brown. And honestly, that was very creative by Beaver as he just peeled from behind the goal, looking to have a bit of a wraparound.
Well, Beaver's lightning fast, and he made a cut right to the middle, and Atwood zipped that pass right in. Beaver got a good shot off, and I tell you, Bailey Brown had to make a good save.
The Monarchs now with 5 seconds approaching on the shot clock. Dance, backhand shot. That's controlled by the goaltender right in his crease with Austin Patty, and he'll have the outstretched pass to the guy who's on fire this afternoon in Chris Atwood. Couple of penalties to go along with his 5 goals. Look at Pfeiffer here trying to get that away from Atwood, and Atwood is getting to this Monarchs team.
Well, Atwood's a veteran, and you got to watch when a veteran gets crafty.
Quick shot there, scores! And just like that, number 14, Cody Ward, gets his second of the afternoon, and that was all created by, like Lance said, the craftiness of the one and only Chris Atwood, and now a lead pushed further, 16-11 for St. Catharines.
Well, I knew that if St. Catharines was going to hold on, that Chris Atwood was going to have to be the man to step up, and it's impressive to see him not only putting a ball in the net, but sharing it with his teammates and not needing to be the center of attention. It was all him. He pulled the focus, and that allowed Cody Ward the room to get off a good sidearm and find that short side.
And I'll tell you one thing, I know when you're a teammate of someone like that, you're like, hey, do all the work. Just pass me in and I'll score right at the end, isn't it?
Well, everyone has their role on the team, and certain guys are facilitators, certain guys are goal scorers, and other guys can do both. And Atwood's one of those guys that can do both when he wants to.
4.5 left, and Nakamura gets another whack on him. And Lance, he's taking some heat this afternoon.
Well, Nakamura, when he came into the league, he was classified more as a project per se. And then when teams saw him play, they realized that this kid isn't a project. He just needs some experience. And he has now become a legitimate threat, and teams are preparing for him now. So the advantages that he had early in the season, he has them no more, as he's no longer a secret.
Heidecker there with a burst of speed. He brought that into the zone. Vesna with the quick shot, and a save by Austin Patty once again as Patty looks for that outstretched pass taken by Devon Dunkerley for this Monarchs side with 3:45 remaining. There's some work to do for this
Devin
Monarchs team.
Dunkerley's had himself a good game. He won't show up on the score sheet very often, but he really has worked that transition game and helped the Monarchs keep possession, and that, of course, allows guys like Dance and Vesna to go to work on offense.
Marty Hill with a blocked shot in front from Jordan Dance. 3:25 remaining as the time ticks away. Quick shot there, and that's saved by Austin Patty, and he'll just nonchalantly pick that right back up as the ball rolls into the crease, and he'll play that one up to Isaac van der Zalm.
And I haven't mentioned Isaac van der Zalm at all, but he, of course, very important as transition here for this ShockWave team, and he does a little everything.
That's a big shot there that just came in off the post. Bailey Brown's best friend as that came in from Danton Miller, looking to add another to his tally this afternoon.
Well, one-on-one, Danton Miller's a handful. He can post you up and work his way to the net on a one-on-one situation, one of the few guys that can create his own shot.
Zulian running the floor with speed. That shot there is wide, and look at that. A ricochet all the way down. Luca Romano on a breakaway shot, and a big save from Bailey Brown. You see how Romano was just patiently waiting and trying to get that opportunity, but maybe that came to bite him in the rear end there with Bailey Brown getting that position set between the pipes.
Well, maybe, but you look at what he's doing there and creating some havoc in the neutral zone, making it difficult for the Monarchs to set things up on offense.
Gillis now, he gets stick checked by Costello. He'll then pick the ball right back up. Gillis tried to throw it on goal, and Patty will just hang on to it. Finds Romano in the neutral zone, and Romano will play that ball up into the stick of Chris Atwood. Atwood just taking a little break on the half boards here on the near side.
I had to wipe the sweat off his brow. Been a busy afternoon for 77.
A minute 35 remaining in this one, and it looks like, Lance, the Monarchs are going to fall to the ShockWave here this afternoon.
Well, you know what? You're going to learn, Nick, that's not anything to say until you're at least well into the 30-second range. In this sport, anything can happen in a matter of 10 seconds. So,
and right on cue, it might happen right now, and in the back of the net it goes. Is it the broadcaster curse? You speak too soon, Nick. And in the back of the net with Will Sheehan putting it in 16-12 as the lead is cut back to 4 with a minute 14 remaining.
So again, in this sport, you can score literally with 2 to 3 seconds. That's all it takes. And when you've got a minute and change left, that means you could have potentially 3 or 4 possessions. So it's going to be key here for the ShockWave to get possession and work some clock and work that clock down and make the clock their ally as opposed to worrying about what Toronto's going to do.
We say the irons are the best friend of the goalies. When you're up by this amount late in a lacrosse game, the shot clock could be your best friend if you just take 30 seconds off and even just shoot that ball for fun. Hey, 30 seconds goes off the clock. And with 52 seconds left to play in this one, Dance with a quick shot, and that is saved by Austin Patty. And can the ShockWave just close this one out with a ball possession? But it's given away, and as you can see, look what happens with the Monarchs looking to pick it right back up. Now with speed on the near side, coming in is Kahn, and he'll just stop in his tracks. Goes down low, a chance here, and Patty with the save, but it was a crease violation, and it'll come back the other way with 31.2 left to play.
That was a big save there by Patty, even though that was a crease violation, as Pfeiffer almost tucked that one in the far corner. And good job here by Alex Henry not to make that pass again that he just made with under a minute left, and it does look like, pretty safe to say, they're going to run it out now, Nick.
10 seconds less to play in this one, and the St. Catharines ShockWave, possibly, pun intended, shock the Monarchs down 1-4 in the season, and now they go to 2-4 at the end of this one. It's the St. Catharines ShockWave with a 16-12 victory against the Toronto Monarchs, with another game coming up at 4 p.m. It's the Oshawa Outlaws and the Paris Riverhounds on the JVI Sports Network. I'm Nicholas Fiore, joined by Lance Wynn. Thank you very much for watching Arena Lacrosse League action.